Now, what you're about to see is a team suck a copious amount of whale penis. I did the most damage in the match, and by a long, long way. Now, I know this thing is fully upgraded. It's built for gun handling and damage, shell mats. No. The only reason I don't have this is because I refuse to play the light tank line. For the most part. And then that. So, and actually, I was pretty accurate, and one of my shots was a bullshit miss. I was charging an M8 Troller Bolt, and it literally just passed through, didn't even register hitting him. You'll see that in the replay, I think. And I was down to 3 shots at the end, and I died because I pushed at the end, like I do normally, just gently, but, still being aggressively, and I got outflanked instantly. And of course, I had nowhere to go. I couldn't back up into the hills. You'll see exactly what I mean. But look at this! 4,514 damage with a Challenger 1. Now, there were plenty of light targets on the way here. 10,000 in a Leopard 2, 14,000 in a T90, 10,000 in a Type 90. I mean, this is beyond retarded. This is what happens when retarded people decide to, have lots of children, or just have one child and, teach them to be retarded. All 4 of these people did not pull their weight. Especially the Challenger 1. Now, you could argue, okay, the T90, he carried, but he also used a field retard kit. Whereas I went through the entire match and I only died at the very end, despite not taking very much damage for the first 3/4 of it. I took more damage in the last 2 minutes than I did in all the minutes before. You'll see exactly what I mean. Now, sit back and watch. Kick back, crack open a beer, grab some Apple Crisp, and just be amazed. I'm trying to remember the other shot that I missed 2 shots. The first one was just because of complete bullshit, not registering, despite me being point blank, basically, with the M8. Nobody wants to wait through this, blah 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 blah. Just fast forward through here. I was drag racing the Leopard 2, and he won. Now, the artillery has fired 1 shot. Obviously, I got outspotted by, large moving tank. Okay, fine. The only damage I take at the early part of this is from artillery. Because the enemy... Now, look where my teammates are. We've got 2 tanks there. Artillery still hasn't been spotted yet. Okay, fine, fair enough. Just going along, making my way through the battlefield with my T90. Notice how I'm being aggressive. Notice the other tanks, the 2 tanks on the other side, they're being bogged down by a weasel. All they have to do is push them. Literally. 733 damage, first shot off. Now, the T90 to the left of me in the Challenge 1, notice, they are not pushing. They're not up as far as I am. They're waiting for me to take the hits and spot them. We should all be moving up at once. There's cover on the right, and the artillery is still alive. Let me just pause very quickly here. The artillery is still alive. This retard is looking down here trying to get pot shots on the front armor of tanks, and even with 509 penetration with the top gun, which I don't think he has, and the top gun, which I also don't think he has, it's not going to matter. This guy is also not pushing hard enough. The artillery is all... I'm sorry, this scrolling is slow, but I'm really going to show you how shitty this team is. The artillery is all the way over here. I'm still not there yet. I'm still not there yet. We got to go all the way. It's going to be... Where is that? I believe it's up on this ridge. Somewhere... Yeah. I think it's on this ridge right here. They cannot spot them. The person who has the highest likelihood of spotting the artillery is me. Despite the fact having the least view range here, the Type 90 should be pushing up on the right side. There's not anything threatening him here. What is he doing? Now he's climbing the train track, showing his lower plate. 748 damage from moi. Ping. Poor gunner sight. Now you see, I'm taking out 1 target at a time. I want to be about as methodical as I can be. Now we're going to enter the attack. Waiting for the shot. Oh, didn't even mean to hit him. Just trying to go for the... I want that M1 down because he has really good gun depression, and the A1 on a high pen roll can go through my lower. And even my upper if he aims right. Oh, well, now he can't go through anything. And I'll quickly back up. Notice where I am! I'm only the second best armored tank, and I'm all up in the fray. Type 90 is not taking proper cover. I'm going to keep slinging shots at these guys. I'm just going to keep on shooting. Notice where our Challenger is. Our Challenger is the best armor. He's sitting back with Demon Spawn, trying to kill a Torkova from long range, even though they shouldn't be doing that. And that was the other shot that I missed, because the Type 90 finished off the Stinger and I wasn't paying attention. So I'm like, whatever, let's push Challenger 1, and 379 from artillery that is still not spotted. Look at that. This Leo 2 is going full retard. He's got great gun depression, and all he has to do is just bait their shots, but he's not doing it. This will be a theme. Oh, yep, there we go. And now the Challenger is on fire from artillery, because the two tanks on the other side are either not pushing up here with us, or they're not pushing the right property. You got to pick a side and just go with it. You can't just do part way, kind of try and finagle your way to victory type thing here, because it doesn't work. Look at that, 759. Nice shot. That M8 is not enjoying his time here. Oh no, another good shot. Now look where the Challenger 1 is. Notice, side exposed, side exposed. He would have died sooner if I didn't kill that BFM. He would have gotten set on fire. So I'm like, oh shoot, M8 Troller Ball, go up the hill. I have nowhere to go. This seems being fucking retarded. So now I have to be the lowest roll, 637. That is not a good time to get a low roll. He's got a shot at my lower. Ah, he aimed high. Thank God. So now, you'll see another miss. See that? Didn't register. The first shot hit his track. The second one, it went right into him. Didn't register. This is going to register, though. 720. Notice, the T90 is... I mean, okay, the T90's finally started to push. The Type 90 has now switched to the other side. Whoop-de-doo. Artillery is still not spotted yet. Artillery fires another shot, does 352 damage to the Type. Type doesn't decide to use his view range, so he just kind of sits there. Even though he could very easily push the Ramco over here. There's nothing stopping him. Leopard 2 continues to go full retard and get the M1A2's lower plate, or get the M1A2 to shoot his lower plate. Leopard 2 is already almost dead. And we're not even a third of the way done with this mission yet. So thankfully, someone just randomly sends a shot to artillery. I finish it off with a tank with the least view range. I mean, come on, guys. There's the Ramka. Oh, no. Oh, and here we go. Cinematic ramming kill. Tracks up, move it out. Yeah, you hear that a lot with this tank. Tracks hit, tracks damage, tracks hit, tracks damage. Now, meanwhile, let's see what our T90 friend is doing. His back is exposed to an M1A2, who, if the M1A2 decides to push up and out, he will get shots on his rear. And he almost got shot. Meanwhile, the Type 90 is charging. Whoop-de-doo. I'm actually going up over, going to hit a Terminator. I was helping the Leopard 2 because I figured towards the last part of the mission, I hit his gun. You want to have a lot of gun depression. I was trying to help. I was being a bit of a team player here. I should have just ignored him and moved on, but it seemed like all was well with the M1. The T90, oh, no, it's not. The Type 90 just took a huge hit, despite the fact he has better gun depression and better gun handling. There we go. I'm like, there. My work here is done. Now, what is this Type 90 doing? All he has to do is, there's a tank corpse right in front of him, our Challenger, actually. And he gets hit by artillery again. I mean, and there's not much you can do about it, the artillery at this point. It's in a different spot, so I'm not going to whine about that. But see, notice, you can use me for cover, you can use that wrecked tank for cover, and this guy's doing neither! And expecting his front hull armor, which is horrible, and he doesn't even have the ERA, which makes it even more horrible. This idiot is expecting this tank to withstand shots from the front on the hull. Yeah, right. Especially against M1s and Leopards that have good gun depression, they're going to go through that lower plate every time. And oh look, here's our beloved T90, who has used his field retard kit. I still have not even... I don't even stock them, because field retard kits make you bad. They teach you how to not react to things properly and how to not plan out operation. I'm just going to happily whack this Leopard 2 A6. Not sure what the Type's doing charging him. I have it under control. Whatever. No kill for you. Shitty-ass Type 90 driver. Now, meanwhile, I'm thinking, okay, well, the T90 seems like he's got a good idea. Until he just kind of stops. I don't know why. It's a Terminator 2. He will not usually penetrate your side. He's salvaged. He's not even upgraded. I mean, God. The T90 is just gonna back on up here. Not sure what he's doing. And the Type 90 in the hill. Look what he's doing. He's giving a Terminator 2 his lower plate. Yeah, this guy's got the type up there has got a death wish. And so now we have now look at this. We've got 2 tanks going after a Terminator 2 with 130 hit points left. Never mind the fact that if this guy just went up the hill a little bit and aimed down, or just went down the hill back, kind of over this way, it would have been fine. But no, stupid shitty tank driver. Now I'm starting to take a lot of damage because I have no view range and I'm trying to spot things. I'm thinking, okay, this is bad. I should probably back up. And I'm expecting the rest of my team to push. But look at this. This T90 is all the way back here. Too late. This Leopard 2, he's pushing the wrong side. Too late. So now this T90 is getting smacked, and he runs away. He runs away to go hit a warrior he should have just carefully cleared by pushing along the right side of the ridge if you're looking from the way he was advancing. So now here I am, attempting to hold back an army. And look at the Type 90, again, sitting up in the hills where he doesn't have enough view range to use his gun. I pop smoke because there's a PL-01, and I know he'll destroy me if I let him, so I'm going to keep as much cover around me as I can. Now, in hindsight, yeah, I could have gone up into the left over this way, but that was a huge risk. Especially with an M1A2 and a PLO coming. I don't see the PLO coming until it's, look at this, boom, 424. That was a low roll. I got lucky there. Thinking, alright, let's at least kill this guy, because he's going to give my teammates a lot of trouble. I back up, nope, no problem, goes right through my front plate. And now the only reason that PL-01 died is because a T-90 MS lieutenant friendly fired him. That was luck. That was pure luck. And look, the Type 90 is still sitting here. And now, after I'm almost dead, this stupid T-90 teammate finally gets here. Of course, he whiffs his shot on the Abrams. He hits the ground. He doesn't even hit the tank's hull. Nice shot, retard. Now he's going to get destroyed by the T-90 MS because he's not over enough using cover properly. I actually died before him. If I recall. Yep. Actually, no, he dies first. I'm thinking, okay, let's back up. Take one more shot at the M1A2, which I do get. There we go. Now, it was a little hard. Okay, I just barely dodged that one. Now here, I probably should have backed up. Got a nice hit. Boom. Lower plate. Or, it might have been the driver port, because I wasn't, yeah, it was either the lower plate or the driver port, because I wasn't aiming my gun down. I was aiming it up because he was on a slight ridge, and now I'm just raging at the entire team, saying, you are a bunch of shitheads, retards, and idiots. And actually, I think that figure is accurate. I mean, I should have had 43 shots fired, 41 hit, and I think 38 or 39. And then I just checked my damage. And actually, you'll see it, you saw that in the screenshots at the beginning. Oh, look at that, the Type 90 gets smacked. And there we go. We lost. Look at that. That's what happens when shitty teammates decide to be shitty and they don't deploy resources properly. Yeah, I'm not going to babysit the team and say, oh, Type 90, go kill the Terminator, or T90, go kill the Terminator. You don't need to have 2 tanks on a little AFV that can barely do any fucking damage to you. I'm not going to babysit these teams. I don't have the patience and I don't have the capacity for it. I'm not going to carry 4 people on my back and also wipe their buttholes with Stridex pads. Okay? I'm not. I just don't do it. I'm not here to do that. I mean, that was sad. I was being a team player too. I mean, you could argue, oh yeah, you should have pushed the M1A2 lieutenant earlier. Maybe, maybe not. It looked like they had it under control and they didn't take too much damage from it, unless you're counting the Type 90, who was being a fucking retard throughout the whole game and not using his tank properly. I know the Type 90 is kind of hard to drive, but it's got good gun handling and it's got amazing gun depression, so you can use that. I mean, I did just fine with a tank that has only 5 degrees of gun depression and, comparably terrible lower plate. So, needless to say, never underestimate the power of randoms to throw a game. I wonder if it says how many shots. Okay, yeah, so I fired 43 shots, 35 penetrated. 2 missed, the other 6 either hit a module or hit a track. So, that wasn't bad. I mean, as you can see, I did a lot of damage. I carried this team. Didn't matter, because of these 4 retards. All 4 of you. All 4 of you. This T90 for dragging ass, this Type 90 for not using his tank properly and taking damage and not using terrain, this Leopard 2 for being a retard and pushing the wrong side, this Challenge 1 for being a retard and dying early on and giving enemies side shots and expecting to not take damage. I mean, that's unbelievable. I'm not even that good at this game. Look here's my WN8. That's not. I don't play PvP. Look, I am not that good. I'm very, very average, and even with tanks that I like the T90, if I can find it here, I am not very good at this game. I'm maybe even below average, probably below average. I'm on the forums. I can think of 6 people that are better than me. It's ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous.